All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're hosting an AI workshop. It's called the AI Advantage. Thank you guys for coming out today. My name is Mateo. This
I'm
is Ty.
Yep.
And, welcome to our workshop. So today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking a little bit about prompt engineering for your everyday AI use as just a regular person, but really also as a business owner. You know, you're going to want to do your content. You're going to want to honestly use AI to help scrape your competition, figure out where you can outwork your competition, how you can stand out aside from your competition. So these are little things that we're going to be touching on today as far as how AI is useful to you. Stop being scared of AI, guys. AI is the future. AI is here, and AI is only getting bigger. So let's go. Let's get into the presentation.
Yeah. So first, we're going to introduce who we are. Like we already talked about, that's Mateo. My name is Ty. I'll let him introduce what he does, and then I'll go ahead and introduce what I do.
Yep. So what I do is, my name is Mateo Alvarez. I run Carolina Pro Restoration. We're a water, fire, mold damage company. We specialize in mitigation, but we do the full reconstruction. That's what I really specialize in. This is my side. This is things that I do for my enjoyment. I love it. I see the future, and you guys should too. Again, what I do, I run Carolina Pro Restoration, but my side thing is called Revamp Creative. So I help businesses like me, the service business, advance with AI automations, and that's a little bit about what I do.
Beautiful. And my name is Ty. I do this on a daily. So I help automotive dealerships and automotive businesses implement all types of AI strategies into their business, whether it be for call taking, whether it be for text messages, email stacks, whatever you think can be automated, it most likely can be automated. So we help dealerships do that or also automotive businesses. We help them do that to make sure that they spend less time outside of the business and more time inside of the business. So we also do websites, basically the whole 9 yards for the tech stack to do that. So the AI gap is growing. That's just the reality. The AI gap is growing. If you don't know, there's a lot to figure out. And that's what this presentation is going to be for. All right, so the AI gap is growing. If you don't understand AI, it is in your best interest to figure out AI because your competitors are already using AI. They're using it for emailing customers. They're using it for texting customers. They're using it for doing ops on customers. It really, AI is taking over, and it is in your best interest to learn how to do things with AI. Now, that being said, AI is not magic. AI is not scary. AI is just a tool. And with any great tool comes one, great responsibility, but two, you can adapt that tool to fit your need. Whatever you think you might be able to automate, you probably can. Whatever you think you can't automate, you probably can. So it really depends. But I'm going to go over today's agenda a little bit on what we're going to be talking about because this is a workshop. We're going to go over a majority of things, but we're also not going to go over certain things. So a couple things that we're going to go over is on today's agenda. We got prompt engineering, the right tools, personal use of AI, business use of AI, live demos, as well as questions and answers. No question is a dumb question, but you can ask just about anything to learn about this. To learn about AI and learn about our processes and how to do different things with AI. So first, we're going to go over prompt engineering and what prompt engineering is and what it is not. A lot of people don't understand how AI works. AI is just a system that takes a prompt and it uses that prompt to think about what is the best result for that prompt. In layman's term, you're looking at it's automatically generating generative AI. It is basically thinking about the next word as it is saying the word. So it's thinking, hey, what can go next after this? What is the right sequence of things to go after this word? So right now, you're treating AI like it's a search engine. You're treating it like it's Google. Hey, find me blah, 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 find me this. Or, hey, write me a marketing plan or yada, yada, yada. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why you're getting disappointing results. You should be using AI as a full tool and you're giving it a prompt to basically do what you're looking for to get the best results for AI. So, for example, we got an example here. You're a marketing expert. Write a 150-word email for a follow-up for HVAC customers. What do you think is going to produce a better result? Write a marketing email or giving it context for what it is writing an email for? Most likely, it's going to be giving it context for what it needs to be done. That being said, there's 4 parts to building a prompt. The best way to get the best results is going to be, 1, who is the role? So you're a sales manager at a local HVAC company. That is the role. So now it thinks in that role. That's the only way it thinks. It doesn't think of, hey, I'm now a astrophysicist. I'm now something else that it's not. Then you're going to add the context. What is the situation that you need for that prompt? So you're HVAC, a sales manager for an HVAC company, and then you got a customer 4 days ago that got a quote, and you want to follow up with that. Now, what is the task? An AI needs a task. You can't just give it all of the information and not give it a task. So that task is write a short, warm follow-up message or email for the customer. And then the last part is the format, or some call it the deliverable. What do you want that to be like? Do you want it to be a Google Doc? Do you want it to be an email? Do you want it to be a text message? Do you want it to be a PDF? What do you want that to be? So in this case, you're going to have it under 60 words, friendly, not pushy, end with a question. And then you have it with, hey, it's just going to be a message. Simple as that. So now you can see the four part steps. Role, you're a sales manager. Context, a residential customer requested a quote 4 days ago and has not responded. Write a short, friendly follow-up text message, not an email, and then keep it under 60 words. Don't be pushy, be warm, and end with a question. And this is the output that you would see from that model, depending on what you want to, which model you want to put it in there. So right now we're going to have a demo of what that kind of looks like for a side-by-side demo on two different types of prompts.
Take a moment to pause the video so you can analyze the difference in between each prompt and each email. All right, so now that we know how to talk to AI, let's talk about what messes people up. How many of you have downloaded 5 to 10 AI apps and still have no idea how to properly use them? See, that's the problem. You don't have a tool problem. What you need is the proper setup. Most people treat AI like it's a toolbox. Let me just pull as many tools and eventually I'll figure it out. But that's the problem. You're going to be overwhelmed. So there's only 3 types. And the sooner you realize this, the simpler it becomes. You have your general AI. Your general AI is like the extension of your brain. It's going to help you to think, to write, to plan ideas, to problem solve. It's literally your everyday thinking partner. And if you're not already using it, then you're already behind. It's like not using Google in 2005. You have your specialist AI. Now this is where it becomes powerful. This is where it's a tool built for a specific reason. You have your voice, your image, your research. Instead of AI being average in general at everything, it ends up becoming best in class at one thing. So the right tool for the right job. And then you have your automations. Now this, not a lot of people are currently using. This is where AI stops helping you and starts working for you. This is where stuff starts happening without you having to do anything. This is where you start to get your time back. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to show you a live demonstration. But before I do, let me just ask you something. How many of you already have or are currently using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini? Right? Well, essentially, they're all the same thing. You just need to pick one and get good at it. You need to stop overthinking it. Because most people, they don't have a tool problem. They have a consistency problem. Once you understand that, then you can start stacking. But again, you don't need all of these. You just need the ones that are essential to what you do. For me, it's business. For you, it could be work. It could be life. It could be side hustle. It could be business as well. But again, you don't need all of these. Just make sure that you use the ones that are essential to what you do. All right, so now let's make this real. Everything we talked about just sounds like tools. But let's put this to your life, like real life. This is what a lot of people miss.
Personal use of AI. and the benefits that you can have with AI. Now, in your personal life, of course. So, the average adult can get back 60% of the time just using AI. 6% of the stuff that you're doing currently can be automated with AI. You now get back an extra 15 hours a week, which could translate into 2-3 weeks per year that you're getting back. Let's see what use cases that you can use for AI. Dinner, solved. Kids' homework, help that you haven't done in 20 years, solved. Custom bedtime stories, you want a different story every night. You want 10 stories for the next 10 nights, whatever it takes. You can generate that. If they ask for more, you can get more. Thoughtful gift ideas. You can make thoughtful gift ideas. Now, what else can you do? Medical bills. You can explain. It can explain your medical bills. It can explain anything before you sign. Difficult conversations with friends, families, coworkers. Helping writing a hard text to a friend. Negotiating better rates. You want to go to your cable company and ask for a better rate? You can do that now. You can have a whole prompt that just does that for every type of business that you currently deal with. Next up, learning and growing. Now, AI is very helpful in doing this. You can learn just about anything with AI. You want to build a website. You want to build an application for, custom for, you and your buddies to track golfing. You can do that now. Travel planning. You want to, create a fun itinerary for your business. You can do that now. Fitness, creative products. Let's say, you want to lay out your garden. You want to wedding toast. You want to home decor ideas. Whatever you think, you can now do that. But let's go ahead and solve a real world problem here. Let's say you want to create a meal plan, right? As we talked about earlier, you don't want to just say, hey, create me a meal plan. You want to have an actual prompt for that. You want to give it a direction. You want to give it a role. Who is that? Are you a dietitian or a nutritionist? Are you a fitness expert? Are you who is the AI? Next, you're going to give it the context. What is the context? What are you trying to achieve? Okay. Now, what is the task? What do you want it to do? And then finally, we have the format. What format do you want? So right here, we're going to show you the two different kinds of prompts, as well as what a solved prompt would look like for a meal plan. Now let's get into AI business use.
Guys, so business AI use. Now, this is really the whole reason for the workshop, is to show you how, as a business owner, you can automate those tedious tasks, those everyday tasks that are just redundant. You're emailing. Guys, you don't even have to answer your calls anymore. Like for me, I set up an after-hour agent bot that answers all of my mitigation calls or restoration emergency calls. Like, you can set this stuff up now to think like you, to be like you. Like, think about it. What else can you train better than a computer? Like, you can't train a human to think like you, to be like you, to act like you based off your thoughts. You can make this agent think and move exactly how you move, how you want it to answer in your business, how you want it to act, how you want it to respond. You can put case studies in this stuff to actually pull real data, real information. So it's not guesswork. Like, guys, this is real essential stuff, and it's the future. It's amazing. It's here. I'm a business owner myself that implements this into my everyday business. So it's not something that I'm fluffing up. I'm really doing this. It's free. We're doing this because we want to show you guys, like, hey, get in now before your competition does. Because in a couple of years, AI is going to be all over your business. It's essential to your business. I promise you, there's not going to be one business out here in this world that's not using AI. And if you're not in it, then you're getting kicked to the curb by companies that had just started out by implementing these things. So think about that.
Okay, so AI in business use. Like Mateo was just talking about, There's a lot of different things that you can do with AI. You can have a customer-facing AI. You can have it sales automation, ops. You can have content marketing. Whatever you think of it, you can do. There's a lot of different apps that we now have today that we didn't have access to 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago that now make your life so much easier. You want to build out content for the next 30 days? Done. You want to build out emails to respond to your customers? Done. Whatever you think it can do or can't do, it probably can do. And most likely does it better than you can do it, right? So, for example, you want to do chatbots. You want to have AI respond to all of your customers whenever they're asking repetitive questions. Say that you've already serviced customers and you want to do follow-up, you want to do customer care, but you don't want to have to either have an employee go ahead and explain that every single time, or you don't want to have yourself explain that every single time to a customer. You can now do that, and it's automated. You want to do follow-up and nurturing for a customer. It's already there. So AI can help you automate the busy work. Manual follow-up for every lead? Nope, AI does that now. Rewriting the same emails daily, just like what we just talked about, already done. Missed calls after hours or missed calls during business hours, it can already handle that. You can have a real life agent that sounds like a real person answer calls and take calls. And then forgetting to send invoices, it can automatically do that. And then hours building content, like we talked about, you can build out an entire month of content just from inside something like Go High Level or something like Claude or something, any of those platforms, you can now build out content. So I'm going to let Mateo jump in here and go over a little bit more of that.
All right, now we get to my favorite part. This is what I specialize in. This is what got me into these automations for my business personally. I do what's called database reactivation. So I take all your old leads or my old leads that I paid for SEO, I paid for pay-per-click, I paid for meta ads. I take all that, and what I do is I create a chatbot that's personalized as me personally sending a message out to our customers saying, hey, you did this job with us, or hey, you got this quote through us. Was it for water, fire, mold, a deck, anything that we do? If they've ever had a quote from us, if they've ever called us, wanted us to come out, it's in our CRM. So what we do is we take that and we do a database reactivation by doing an SMS campaign. So you can set appointment reminders. So as soon as you set appointment reminders, it automatically sends a link to them or automatically sends them a message confirming their appointment. And then it's going to send them a message the next day. It's going to send them a message 24 hours before their actual appointment. And then it's going to send them a message 3 hours before their appointment. So now you're not losing leads based off of forgetting. Then you have your lead follow-up. Your review request, that's a super important one. Once you finish up a job, which is all automated already right through your pipeline. So it's going to go from new lead, it's going to go to it's won, and then it's going to go to close. Close means that it's done. The job was completely finished. At that point, it's going to automatically shoot a review request to your Google Business profile. You don't have to go in manually and send them the link. This does it automatically for you. Promotional offers. You can send, hey, we have 20% off this week. Make sure to get in with us. Whether it's MedSpa, whether it's dental, whatever you want to use it for. There's so many ways that you can use this SMS campaign. And that's what I specialize in. That's what I love. And here in a moment, I'm going to show you guys a live example, and we can answer it together, which is the cool part about it. All right, so let's see how a bot would respond as a reseller. Say somebody's messaging you for a jacket. You have it for $75, and they're offering you, let's say, $40. So this is how the agent would respond on your behalf. Now you have trained this agent to be able to respond like this, but it says, thank you for your offer. The jacket is priced at $75 because of great condition, high demand. Are you looking to grab today? Person responds, I am looking to grab it today. What's the lowest you'll take? That's when the bot responds, I appreciate your interest. Since you're ready to buy today, I can come down a little bit. How does $70 sound? Let me know if you want to look into it or if you want to lock it in. Responded, I have $55. I get one the best deal. $55 is a bit low. Given the jacket's condition and demand, I can meet you halfway. $68 if you're ready to grab. Want me to lock it in? Would you take $65? You know what? I can do $65 since you're ready to buy now. Want me to lock it in for you? Yes, let's lock it in. All right, I'm going to send you the payment details now. Imagine that. It's responding for you just based off the trigger was a chat, whether it's your WhatsApp, Facebook, your Depop, your eBay. You can link it to all of these. Now, let's say you're having customer service issues. Hey, I'm wanting to send back the jacket that I purchased. No problem. Can you share the order number, any details about the purchase? I'll check the status and guide you through the refund process. Provided the order number. Thanks for providing the order number. I'll check on your return and update you about the refund process. Can you confirm if you've already shipped the item back, or do you want to return, or do you want return instructions? Getting ready to ship it back now because it smells like smoke and didn't look like the pictures, right? A lot of stuff that you get as a reseller. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about the condition. That's definitely not what we want. Once you ship it, please send me the tracking number and I'll be able to monitor the return so I can process the refund as soon as it arrives. If you need the return address or any help shipping, just let me know. Again, imagine that as a reseller. You don't have to worry about that. You can just let it do everything automatically. AI is amazing, guys. All right, so now we're moving into the database reactivation. This is what a database reactivation SMS campaign would look like. It's like you're personally sending a message out to your customers. Hi, this is Velocity House, just following up on previous luxury vehicle inquiry. Are you still exploring options? This is to get the customer re-engaged. It could be months, it could be years. However many leads you have in your CRM, that's what this whole campaign would hit it with. So anybody that's ever inquired with you, whether it's an auto, whether it's your service business, whether you're a doctor, a dentist, med spa, solar, roofer. I mean, there's so many industries that you can use this whole system for. The whole point is for the bot to engage them, for them to book an appointment for you and your sales team to actually close them. So love that you're thinking about trading up. Yeah, preferably you want to set up an appointment. Responding, yeah, preferably tonight. I'm free. Tonight's a great time. We don't have same day appointment slots. Anything tomorrow, and then it's going to come back with the tomorrow slots. I don't have a 10 a.m., but I do have a 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Gives it the date. Would any of those times work? Let's lock it in. Then it confirms. And the best part about this is that you can train these AI agents or AI chatbots to be able to switch languages like it's nothing. So instead of your sales team having to have a specific Spanish person, a specific French, specific German, Russian, whatever your biggest clientele base is, you could train it to answer in that exact language. So like right here, we're switching up, saying that, okay, my wife wants to trade in as well, but she only speaks Spanish, so we need a Spanish translator. No problem, we'll have Spanish translator available. 9:30 appointment is great. And so right here, I'm switching it up to Spanish. Okay, so I have a question. I want a Suburban or a Navigator. Do you have any available? I want the top package I want the top package that's the most exclusive. And just like that, your AI chatbot will code switch and talk to it in Spanish. Perfecto, podemos revisar opciones, la Suburban or Navigator. So basically, yeah, that's great. We can definitely check the options on the Suburban or the Navigator. And then it goes through the same process of trying to book the appointment to get the customers in so that your sales team can close them. And right here, I don't know French. I just know that quoi just means like what. And so here, it responded in French like it's nothing. It code switches. Like imagine that into your business. You don't have to sit there and have a special person for these special languages. All right, just want to give one more example. So now we're talking about like a dentist office sending out the database reactivation. Hey Sarah, would you like to take advantage of our $99 teeth cleaning and X-ray special? Let me know if you'd like to book an appointment. Some people are going to respond, please don't message me again. The AI chatbot already knows it needs to respond in the right sense, meaning, thank you for letting me know, Sarah. I won't reach out again, but if you ever need to schedule dental care in the future, we're here. Have a great day. All right, like I said, most cases it's going to be that, but the AI bot knows to end it there, not to keep pushing. Again, you don't want a bad reputation, but you want to keep it clean. You want to keep it like it's formal, and you want to keep it like it's human, right? Not an AI bot. And same thing with this. I mean, it could code switch. You train these bots to your specific needs. The more detailed you are with these bots, the better they will respond, the better they will work. If you're vague, it's going to respond vague. You're not very clear about the guidelines and the guardrails, like what to answer, how to answer, then sometimes it's going to answer off the wall. I mean, you have to train these, and you have to put all the information that you know about your business into these bots, so that way they can respond accordingly. Like, the more you know about your business and the more you tell it about your business, the better off you're going to be, the more that you're going to close. So keep that in mind. Like, any conversation that you've ever gone through with a customer, that's what you want to tell AI. You put it in a database, you put it in his knowledge base. You can even put case studies on this stuff, so that way it pulls real factual information. Guys, this stuff is amazing, and you can learn it too. You don't have to hire somebody. This program that I use is called Go High Level. It's got subscriptions. It's a 97 plan, 297 or 497. You can hire somebody like myself or others to be able to set these bots up for you, to be able to get these programs running, so that way you don't have to, because it is time consuming, right? It's not just a hop and a skip and you're going to get it right. Like, it's going to take some time. It's going to be trial and error, just like everything in life. But look, same thing right here. When the message came through, it said "que," which means what, and it automatically knew I needed to switch to Spanish. And then what ended up happening is going to book the appointment. So, like I said, this applies to almost any industry that there is, like dentist office, med spas, anybody that's ever or that's really running meta ads and paying a lot for meta ads. Meta ads cost about $75 per click. Average, give or take, maybe some more, some less, but either way, it's around that. And so imagine you have a database full of thousands of leads that you didn't convert. Do the math on those leads. I know some people write it off and you just chuck it up as a loss, but it's just sitting there as dead money. You can reactivate it simply by sending out a text message, a mass message that sounds like it's you personally messaging your customers back. Hey, we just wanted to follow up with you. Like, how much of a game changer that would be for you. All right, and then the thing about the inbound calls with your voice agent, outbound calls, customer service, right, is that you can make it sound exactly like you and intake exactly like your business. The more you know about your business, the better this AI agent is going to act, right? So for me, I use it after hours for my CPR business, the restoration. So I tell it exactly what it needs to answer, how people are going to call. People call frantic, right? We handle emergency situations. So it's built to handle these situations, not go off the rails. Like, I even had somebody test it out and was like, I have water damage with sharks everywhere and this everywhere. The agent kept referring back to the water damage, didn't even budge on the shark, because obviously, that's not real. So you're able to tweak and tune these to exactly how your business operates. You know exactly how every call comes in, just like I know exactly how every call comes in. Most of them are a little different, but the majority of them, they have the same overall features and aspects. So the main thing with these is you can literally help your business sound a lot better, right? You want to make sure that you don't miss any calls. You want to make sure that you have missed call follow-ups. So let's say a lot of service businesses, a lot of people have their hands full. They can't get to their phones. They can't answer. They can't do this. They can't do that. That's where your voice agent comes in, or the SMS agent comes in. It automatically shoots off a message. Hey, we received your call. Hey, we got your inquiry. Sorry, we can't get to you right this second. Give us a few minutes. Somebody will reach out to you. But it gets to it immediately. Within a minute of the call ending, it gets to the customer, right? So what happens? A lot of service-based business. If somebody calls your business within 5 to 10 minutes of no response, they're moving on to the next. So this is where this comes in to save your business, to get you more customers. So make sure, guys, like I said, there's plenty of stuff out there. Me personally, I use Go High Level. You can use 11 Labs. You can use so many voice agents, so many chatbots, and you can implement them. There's a lot of different things. Like I said, you just need to pick one and get good at it. So you decide.
Don't lie about what's going on with AI. So, for example,
you can 3 times your return as long as you have a voice AI agent, because it's going to answer within 60 seconds, not an hour, 60 seconds of the call being missed. Again, guys, between 5 to 10 minutes is all the customer is going to wait before they move on to the next one. Most people can take anywhere between 30, an hour, 2 hours. I know it. I've done it. I've seen it, right? Whether it's service business like me, restoration, whether it's plumbing, roofers, whether you're talking about car detailers, people that use their hands cannot get to their phone immediately, right? Within that time frame, they could lose potentially 2, 3, 4 customers because they're not answering. This is where AI comes in.
And to tap into that, the statistics don't lie on this. You can multiply your restart. The statistics don't lie. You can have a 40% reduction in no-shows for your business. Or, worded a different way, you can have about a 3,000% increase on returning a customer's call in just responding to them in 5 minutes. So, and what does this cost?
So look, man, really the average cost per AI interaction is about 10 cents. Your average employee is about $15 to $20. Now, are we saying replace it with the AI employee? No, right? You want to use it as an assistant to your employee. But even this assistant is only costing you 10 cents. Now think about that. How crucial will it be to your business to have either sales assistant, to have a follow-up assistant, to just have an assistant that answers automatically when you can't? It is crucial to a business.
And then furthermore, to pounce on that and to amplify that, 98% of text messages are open. Compare that to 20% for email, and that's a good campaign.
This is where we have the database reactivation, the SMS campaigns. SMS is 98% open rate. That is huge. That is great. That is crazy to think. Because like he said, email is about 20%. Email is out. You can send all the emails you want. I've done it. I've tried to partner with plumbers through emails. Most of the times I get responses is through a text message, which is crazy, right? You would think that email is the first thing people check, but it's not anymore. Text messages is the way to do it.
And so the cost of waiting is not zero. Your competitor is already using AI. They're either using it for follow-up. They're either using it for inbound. They're either using it for just their operations. They're already using it. You not using it, you're going to get left behind by your competition. Period.
Imagine a startup company starting with this implemented into their business and how much faster they're going to outwork you. You could be in this business 20 years using the same systems that you've been using for 20 years that have held you over, and they can surpass you by a crazy amount within a shorter amount of time with these systems implemented. Guys, keep in mind, I'm telling you, this is from a business owner perspective. I'm not telling you as somebody who just likes AI and is just, I wanted to do this workshop because of the fact that I see it in my business, so I can see it in your business. I can see it in general. This is the future. This is the future of your business. This is the future of you. Make sure that you get in now. Everybody's talking about it. Here within the last week alone, we've had Tony Robbins talk about it. You've had Alex Harmonzi talking about it. You've had Iman
Ghazi.
Ghazi talking about it, literally saying that we are at the AI starting point. This is before the .com boom. Guys, think back to that. Everybody was saying that .com was just a fad. It was going to pass, this and that. And the people that got in early in that are currently billionaires. So guys, this is truly one of the reasons. I want everybody to know that there is a future in this. Make sure that you get in now ahead of your competition. You don't want to be this guy. So that way you can go ahead and move yourself forward and move yourself before the big boom happens. Let's go.
And now we're going to get into questions and answers. Here are some questions that we get typically. Is it expensive? No, it's not. Most tools cost about $20 to start. Some of them are free, but generally you're looking at about $20 per tool, and that gets you a good bit of usage. The ROI shows up
pay
in
for
a day.
usage, pay by usage.
Yeah, you can do APIs and just pay by usage.
Do you need to be technical? Not anymore, guys. The AI is literally the answer to everything. If you have a phone, you have ChatGPT, you have Claude, you have Gemini. You can literally ask you to teach it anything, and it will teach you. No more paying for courses, guys. No more having to sit there and rack your brain. Literally, it'll tell you everything you want to know. You want to know how to code? It'll tell you. You want to know how to create a chatbot? It'll tell you. Guys, that's where prompt engineering comes in. Just make sure that you prompt it correctly for the correct thing that you want it to do.
Yep, and then finally, will AI take your job? It depends, but most likely not. It will not take your job, but you are going to be competing against someone that is more efficient than you. They're probably 2, 3, 4, 5 times more efficient than what you are currently doing. Imagine I'm someone that uses AI in my entire stack as an employee versus somebody that does not use AI in their stack. Imagine how much work I'm going to get done if I can have 5 agents running at the same time while I'm doing something else. Imagine what that looks like. Looks like your competition is your peers. But what's the next moves from here? You want to tell what's the next move?
Next move from here, you need to open Claude or ChatGPT and just get good at it. Choose one or the other. Again, you don't need them all. You just need to choose one and get good at it. Then you need to try a 4-prong formula. Make sure that you give it guardrails as well. What not to do, what it should do, what you really want out of the questions that you're asking. For me, I even go back and tell it to re-prompt it if it's not correct, if it's not the best answer it can give me, because of the fact that it will. It makes sure, I'm telling you guys, ChatGPT, AI in general is going to advance humanity in general. So just make sure that you're already ahead of it.
And then finally, you can book a call with us. Book a 15-minute call. Simply, we'll go over your current stack, see where we find some downfalls, see where we can find some upside, and we'll give that information to you.
Just a quick 15-minute audit is all it takes for us to figure out how we can implement these automations to your specific needs, and help your business, help you in general, gain some time back, gain some extra money. Guys, AI is the future. AI is the way to go. Me personally, like I said, we did all this workshop just for the fact that we are in just the beginning stages of this. Get in, start learning. Me personally, I got into it because I listened to a Gary Vee interview about 1.5 years ago, and he started talking about make sure you learn AI, learn AI, learn AI. AI is going to be the way. Guess what? Now you have these huge names that are currently talking about AI automations and implementing just now, this week. We're not talking about years ago. We're talking about this week. Literally, you can go back and fact check me. Get in while you can, guys. I'm telling you.
And then let's just keep building. That's it. Let's just keep building. I'm
Keep
Ty.
building, guys. Book the 15-minute consultation either with Ty for your business automation, or you can book with me for your database reactivation, which I also do. AI automations as well, but my main focus is database reactivation because it's helped my business personally. So I know it'll help yours.
All right, and here are some of the resources that you can use as well that we mentioned tonight.
Go ahead and show that QR code. Everything will be in there. Me personally, I use Go High Level. If you do use my Go High Level link that I pasted in here, just know that I do make a commission on it. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. You're more than welcome to. You also get some snapshots included from my personal stuff, and you'll get some access to things that I do. You get some one-on-one with me. So again, make sure you use the QR code, and we'll see you guys at the next workshop.
All right.